What's going on, people? Welcome to my player ratings after that madness against Aston Villa. 3-2 win, 2-0 down at half-time, staring down the barrel. Ten Hag out, it's all over, it felt. Oh my God. So this will be an interesting player rating. Just obviously starting goal, Andre Onana. First goal, thought it was really poor. Really poor. Had to come out, he had to anticipate the danger with that. Obviously, John McGinn takes the in-swing. I don't even know if Ollie Watkins even got a touch. I don't think he did. But the lack of anticipation from Onana to either come out, make himself big, or come out and say, I'm clearing out everything and I'm going to, not gamble. I'm sitting here that no one's going to touch this. I think that cost us in that moment. So that was a poor thing to see. Couple of distribution situations weren't great, but other times it was fine. He'd probably get a 5 for me. I think he could have been a little bit better, but overall, he didn't have loads to do. Actually, he made a couple saves. Second half came out for the. I'll give him a 6. I was just annoyed with that first goal. I ain't gonna lie. Second goal, obviously, can do nothing about. After that, he didn't have to face many shots. The defence in front of him actually did quite well. Jonny Evans blocked a shot, and I think he had a couple of saves in the first half, and then second half he had to come out and claim the ball, couple punches. So I'll give him a 6. He was okay. Wan-Bissaka, he did okay. I don't think Jacob Ramsey really got past him. He was good in the first half, making sure that he couldn't really get much joy. Yes, the attacking side of it, he wasn't exactly bombing on and swinging in crosses and stuff like that, but I think he done his job. I'll give him a solid 6. I think he was good. Rafael Varane, again, I think it was quite weird because in the set pieces, our centre-halves were nowhere near it. In them 2 goals that they scored, which were really soft, the centre-backs who you want to come and attack the ball didn't. But we're in a zone. We're in a zonal marking system, which you're looking at it from Eric Ten Hag and that's not. It wasn't working. Villa exploited us in those 2 situations there. So my centre-backs weren't commanding in those situations. But overall, Varane was good. I think he kept Ollie Watkins quiet, followed him in, made sure he didn't get an easy ride. And actually, Ollie Watkins is down as like one of the players who has like the fewest touches. And he had probably the fewest touches again today. They kept him really quiet. 7's probably too high. 7's probably too high. I'll give him a 6. Jonny Evans, goal line save. Well, not goal line, but a good block that stopped a certain goal at 2-2. I thought he was really good on the ball. I thought he was controlling. I thought he was commanding. Again, probably can't give him a 7, but I'll go with a 6 again. It wasn't standing out, but I did really like his performance, actually. That's a proper 6.5, but I don't give halves. So I just give him a 7. I don't know. I liked Jonny Evans today, man. Gets the flicker. I'm going to give Jonny Evans a 7. I thought he was good, man. He was really commanding. And this is a player, like I said, I saw on tour in the back, see him training with the boys, had a couple of chats with him, me and KG on tour, and we're like, oh, that's nice. Jonny Evans is, he's here to get his fitness up. He's left Leicester. Probably don't know what he's probably going to play in the Championship. I think he was saying to us before. And it was like he just didn't expect to be here. And he's just playing at such a decent level for someone who really was never supposed to come back to United and be playing these much games and games of importance, games of this magnitude. So, yeah, I'm going to give him a 7. Left back, Diogo Dalot. I thought it was physical. I thought it was good. There was a couple of times in the first half, the ball was switched quickly out to his side and he had a good couple of one-on-ones against Leon Bailey, who's banging form right now. Took him left, took him right. He stood up to it most of the time, didn't get skinned, didn't give any big chances. And I think actually Villa, as an attacking point in terms of general play, they were quite poor. So I would say that he done well against Leon Bailey, done well against who came on? What's his name? Diaby. He was fine. 1 foul later on in the end, but a solid 6. Good, solid performance from Dalot. Midfield, Kobbie Mainoo, probably not his best game. Got some hospital passes as well from Onana that put him under pressure. Knocked a couple of passes a bit overhit. It was a tough game. Look, he's in there against John McGinn. He's in there against Louise. He's Dendoncker. Some big players in there for him. He wasn't scared. He wanted the ball, but I'd give him a flat 6. I think he was okay today. It wasn't his best shine, but again, so good for Eric Ten Hag to keep picking him in this and mix it up. Then you go on to Christian Eriksen. There was times where he played some nice balls, cute, quick passes, and there were other times where, again, the quality was lacking. He just couldn't get that final ball. He just couldn't find that final bit of quality. But again, I think a 6. It's weird because the team showed spirit and fight, but there wasn't like many standout performers until I get to the people who won us the game, which I'll get to in a minute. So yeah, I think the build-up was okay. But I think, again, I can't really give him higher than a 6. It's a weird player ratings. Let me know if you disagree with me here, and I'm way off it. Bruno, large parts poor. Large parts poor. Again, moaning, arguing, bit wasteful. Couple of good passes in between the lines to set Rashford through. Some good moments of play in the second half. When we was on the front foot in the second half, he was getting his passes off, keeping the play ticking over. A couple of shots as well. But again, I still expect more from Bruno. I want more from Bruno. I could really give him a 5, but the team's come back. But I'll be honest, he was playing kind of 5-ish. But I'm going to go with the 6 just because I think the whole team showed heart and spirit, and it had to be on a certain wavelength. So I'm going to give him the 6, but he was kind of 5-ish. And that brings us into the front line, and that's where basically the money was made. Like I said, I've bigged up the defenders who played well. Jonny Evans got the 7, to be fair. Alejandro Garnacho, I'm going to give him a 9. I'm going to give him a 9. It was one of those games where it was made for players with pace. It was made for players making runs from outside to in. It was made for players who just would not stop running and keep going at that Villa back 4. And that's what he did. He's unlucky with the first disallowed goal. Fractionally offside. Would have been a good assist for Rashford. Fractionally offside. But does he get your head? Does that let his head go down? You get a goal like that chalked out, which was a good finish round the keeper. No, he doesn't. He goes again. And yes, he goes inside of his foot. Emi Martinez is diving the wrong way, hits off his foot, goes in, gets a bit of fortune there, but good finish. And then can he go again? Yes, he can. Puts his foot through it. You get your own luck in this game. You work hard, you get your luck. Remember Avellino was talking about, if you do things in the right way, sometimes it goes for you and you get that little bit of luck. And he single-handedly dragged us back into that game. Not single-handedly, but him in terms of, oh dear. He made sure that he was at it. He made sure he kept running and he kept moving. And look, it's not, again, I like what Wadja said of it. It's not Starboy Garnacho and putting all this pressure on him and doing all this crazy stuff and saying he's this, he's that, he's the next this. Let's chill. You know what I mean? Because before this, I was saying, does he need a little bit of time out of the team? And actually, this was the perfect game for him to play. So we're not 10 off for playing him. But he gets a 9 today. It was so refreshing. He got us off the edge of our seat. He kept going and he kept making things happen. A couple of crosses, not quite on the mark, but the willingness to keep doing the right things. He deserves a lot of praise for that. And he played from the right-hand side for large parts of today as well. So I'll give him praise for that. Up front, Rasmus Hojlund gets his first goal for Manchester United. He had to stay tapped in. He had to wait his time and be ready for it. And it was a really good striker's finish. Instinctive, good finish. I'm going to give Rasmus Hojlund an 8 because he gets the winning goal and he had to find that little bit of quality. When again, was he feeding off scraps again? Probably. A few crosses where one time Garnacho shot across the goal, should have crossed it to him. Other passes, he was a little bit behind the play, wrestling with Konsa a couple times, and Costa won some decent fouls. Other times didn't hold it up. It was looking like a typical Hojlund game where it's like, we're not playing to his strengths. He's feeding off scraps as well, and he needs to hold it up a little bit better. But he found a way to just keep being impactful during the game, and he used this. He just kept using his head and staying tuned in to when that chance comes. And it's not an easy chance. It's a header off Jonny Evans, which goes to John McGinn and flicks up because it takes McGinn by surprise and he doesn't clear it properly. And it's a snapshot, quick, bang, into the corner, side foot, in off the post. It's a really good striker's finish. So big up to him. I'm so happy for him. You know what it's like with all the memes and people start getting ahead of themselves and cussing him out. And you can see, you don't get 5 goals in the Champions League with the types of goals that he got as well. And you're not a decent striker. You know it's in there, but it's been really difficult for him. So I'm so happy for him to get that. And the winner in front of the Stretford end as well, 8. Marcus Rashford, it was one of his better games. Yeah, the quality sometimes still wasn't there, but I liked his willingness to do things with intensity, willingness to run in behind. And again, I think this was a really good game for him to play in. High line FC, high line for life. There's a couple over there that are just throwing stuff everywhere and just going mad. It's really weird. Doing a madness, aren't they?
Like United lost.
Yeah, it's like they lost. They're just the program's gone up, ripped. Oh, they're having a hug now. He's pointing. I don't know. I'll leave him to it. But yeah, that was just mad. Marcus Rashford, yeah, did well. One of his better games. I'm going to go for a 6, but I like his attitude. That's a start. Base rate, working hard. Made loads of runs. Some runs that didn't quite get there as well where the ball didn't come. But he didn't get frustrated and start stropping and not working hard. He did keep working hard right until he came off. That's a base rate for him to go off, so I didn't mind that at all. Substitutions that came on, Scott McTominay did a job at centre-half, then into midfield. Let's give him an NA. Well, I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 5. Who else came on? Hannibal and Dango, and Cambuela. I like the fact that towards the end, we sent on the young kids, because that's pretty much all we had, to run, give a bit of energy, give a bit of passion, and get us over the line. Dango, you know, run his little socks off, won a couple fouls, won us ball back a couple of times. Same with Hannibal. I'm going to give those guys 6. Willy Cambuela had a couple of good clearances that he had to do as well, a couple of tackles. So they came in and they did their job. So yeah, big up to those guys. I think that's all. Anthony came on, worked hard. Give him a 6. Worked hard, won the ball back a couple of times. And did his job. Just come on and work hard to see the game out, and actually won us a corner quite early on as well. I think we ended up scoring from the corner if I'm not mistaken. And then Eric Ten Hag. Now, people can say the tactics first half, this, that and the other. Ten Hag lost the plot, he ain't got a clue. I didn't actually see it like that. I actually thought that we played the right game, tactically. High line, Villa, you know, that's what's got them to the top of the league, fair play. Or near the top of the league, shall I say, third, whatever. High line, but we played the right game. Get the quick players on. You need Hojlund, you need Rashford, you need Garnacho. That was a good tactic. He changed the midfield. He went with somebody like Christian Eriksen, who can put pressure on the opposition by delivering balls in behind. And obviously went with Bruno, kept playing Kobbie Mainoo. So he did change it. He took out Scott McTominay. Just weren't going to be a game for him. And that worked for large parts. It was just the implementation from the players who basically were running too early. They wouldn't take their time. They kept running too early. That was really, really disappointing from them. But second half, he said, guys, you need to be more patient. You can tell what he said. You need to be more patient. You need to be more patient. You need to get the ball in behind and keep doing it. Villa aren't going to change. Unai Emery's not going to change. They are naive. And we kept them out for most of the game, apart from them two stupid goals that we gave them. And to be fair, at 2-2, Jonny Evans had a shot off the line. But other than that, I think Villa were quite poor and very naive to not even just drop 10 metres back. Do you know what I mean? Drop 10, 15 yards back. And that would have given us a big problem. So they played into our hands in that case. But Eric Ten Hag got the tactics spot on. And the half-time team talk clearly worked. So I'm actually going to give Ten Hag... I'm going to give him a 7 because it could be a little bit higher, but it looks like we were crap or that, but I don't think we was. I think we were actually the better team over the whole 90 minutes. I really, really do. But at 2-0 down against that adversity, again, to concede those crap goals, the team did show a lot. So I get why people might be like, nah, Ten Hag this, Ten that was just lucky, not sustainable, etc. And I don't know what's going to happen against Forest, but I don't know. I think actually overall the tactics were all right. We didn't actually play that bad in the first half. It was the fact that we just conceded 2 shit goals, like against Forest. Early second game of the season, you know, or third game of the season, whatever it was, can't remember. Conceded shit goals, and then after that, everything we did was right, and that's kind of what it was. That's kind of what it was today. Conceded 2 really, really soft goals. 1 well-worked set piece from them, a second goal, and the first goal was just crap. But after that, we did the right things and just kept believing in that. And then in the end, it paid dividends. And we bashed down the door until it caved in. So, yes, there you go. Man of the match, Garnacho has to be. Rasmus Hojlund, come on. Rasmus Hojlund does his thing as well. Finally gets his first Manchester United goal in the Premier League at Old Trafford in the Stretford end for a winner as well. You don't get much better than that. Roll on Forest, who actually are in really good form under Nuno. Very, very tough game. City ground's going to be absolutely rocking. I have no idea what Man United is going to show up, but hopefully we can build on that. Take care, guys. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the player ratings. I'm out of here. Peace.